Hey guys, before we get into the list, just a quick disclaimer: this ranking is 100% my personal opinion, based on how I've been playing and what's been working for me. So don't stress if your favorite unit is lower than you expected. We all play differently and that's what makes it fun. Alright, let's get started. First up, we've got Sukuna. He's got two really solid nuke abilities and some self-buffing passives that make him a beast in infinite mode. But here's the downside. He's just too expensive to run effectively in progressive. That cost holds him back. So for now, I'm placing Sukuna in the good tier, strong, but not versatile. Next up is Pride. And yeah, this guy's buns now. He's not viable in infinite or progressive. And honestly, he's just an U-graded version of Rengoku. No real damage, no real utility. Until he gets a buff, Pride's stuck in the bottom tier. Moving on, we've got Dio. He still has some use as a support unit, but let's be real, his damage is ancient. He's completely fallen out of the meta and doesn't bring enough value to any mode. Like Pride, he's in desperate need of a buff. He's going in the bottom tier too. Alright, now let's talk about Garou. This guy is so close to being meta. His passive ability gives him great value for both support and infinite runs. But the real challenge, unlocking him. You gotta burn through a crazy amount of mythic shards. It's honestly diabolical. Still, if you get him, he's definitely worth it. Garou goes in the good tier, right near the top. Next is SJW. Still decent as a godly, but he's starting to feel outdated. His kit could really use a buff, especially with how powerful newer units are becoming. He's still reliable, just not that impressive anymore. Solid good tier placement. Let's move on to Wukong. Still a strong DPS, especially for infinite. His nature typing gives him a bit of flexibility, which I respect. But let's be honest, there are better options now. You could easily replace him with Broly or Immortal King. Still, he earns a spot in the good tier. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Luffy. Thanks to his recent buff, Luffy is now top pick for infinite runs. His nuke ability, plus multiple status effects, makes him super valuable, kind of like a mini Gilgamesh. Definitely stronger than Sukuna right now, so he's going above him in the good tier. Let's talk about the newest godly, Denji. He is meta in progressive and still holds up in infinite mode. He's fast, efficient, and just works in any team comp. No debate here, Denji belongs in the top tier. Now on to Shinra. He's an incredibly versatile seal unit, probably one of the best at crowd control. The only downside, his damage is mid, but his utility makes up for it. I'm placing Shinra at the very top of the good tier, even above Luffy. Up next, we've got Goku. Goku's actually pretty good in infinite, thanks to his passive ability, which is easily the best part of his kit. His nuke is decent, nothing too crazy, but that passive gives him consistent value in long runs. That said, I still think Sukuna edges him out overall, so I'm placing Goku just below Sukuna in the good tier. Time to talk about the god of nukes, Gilgamesh. This guy is absolutely broken. His nuke ability is the best in the game, and he's just as good in infinite and progressive. Whether you need burst damage or sustained DPS, Gilgamesh delivers. He's without a doubt the best godly unit right now, straight to the top of the top tier. And finally, Ichigo. No, he's not better than Gilgamesh, but in my personal experience, he's been more reliable than Denji. He just feels solid in every mode and doesn't need a crazy setup to work. So yeah, above Denji, but right under Gilgamesh in the top tier. And that wraps up my personal tier list for the current godly units. Again, this is all based on my own gameplay, so feel free to agree, disagree, or drop your own list in the comments. The meta is always changing, so units like Dio or Pride might rise again if they get a buff. Until then, this is how I see things standing. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this or found it helpful, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and maybe even share your rankings too.